Hello book lovers! So my room is a mess and I don't really have where to sit right now because I have an exam this Monday, and after that I'm going to the seaside, and I don't know how long I'm going to stay there, but it will be about a month or something like that. And my room is a mess, as I've already said. So I've packed a few things and I've packed a few books, so I thought why not make a video about all these books, and I would really like to show you all the books that I packed. So I'm just going to make some space, then sit down and show you all the books that I've packed for the seaside, because I'm not going to do much there except reading and reading and reading. So let's get started. Before doing anything else, I wanted to show you the bag with books, and I'm going to open it up and show you inside, everything that is inside. So there is a sneak peek and you can see some books there, and I'm going to show you the rest soon as I sit down and find some space and start filming, because that's what I really need to do, because there are a lot of books to show you. So here's the bag, and it's really heavy and it's my precious. So all the books that are inside, my pretty books, pretty covers, and not so pretty bag, but the books have to be safe and they have to travel in a bag, so they have to have their own bag, if you know what I mean. So let's get started. There are 14 books here, or there's 16 books here, I'm not sure, but I'm just going to tell you what books I'm bringing, and I'm not going to tell you much about them. I'm just going to show you the books. So if you want me to tell you more about them or something like that, write down a comment or anything else, and I'll probably do a review of each of those books, or the books that I really loved or that I really didn't like, and then I'm going to tell you more about them. But the books I'm bringing are Death Cure and Scorched Trials. This is the second book. This is the third book of the Maze Runner trilogy. I've read Maze Runner at the beginning of this month and I really liked it, so I'm going to continue with the trilogy, and then we'll see how I will feel about those. And I'm really excited because I'm sure I'm going to love them, and I really like the first book, so yeah. Then The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, or whatever his name is pronounced, and this is about aliens and it is post-apocalyptic and it sounds really interesting. The blurb is really promising. So, the first wave took out 500,000 people, the second wave put that number to shame, the third wave lasted a little longer, 12 weeks, 4 billion dead. In the fourth wave, you can't trust that people are still people. At the fifth wave, no one knows, but it's coming. So who wouldn't like to read a book about so many dead people, and I think that there are aliens in it, so really promising books, really happy and light-hearted read, so who would like that? Then books. The next is also one really happy trilogy with a lot of happy endings and things like that. And that is Chaos Walking Trilogy by Patrick Ness, and I've heard nothing but great things about this trilogy and I really can't wait to read it. And those books are in Serbian and I bought them and I really can't wait to start reading them because they sound so interesting, and I've also heard that the writing style is amazing. So I'm going to tell you the truth, and I heard that they're sad. And I'm not sure about that, and I'm not sure if those books are so great for the summer and things like that, but I would really love to read them, so who cares? Then I want to read some books by John Green, and I am bringing Paper Towns and Will Grayson. Oops! No books are harmed in this video, I promise. They just fell to the floor and they're okay, so Will Grayson and Paper Towns by John Green, and I would really like to read more of his books, and I'm going to read Looking for Alaska before I before Monday, hopefully. I'm going to start reading it, and then I'm going to take it with me to the trip and read it all the way in the car and everything. So at the seaside I'm going to read those two, and I heard there is going to be a movie about this one, so a movie adaptation is coming out soon, and I really hope that I will enjoy it as much as I did enjoy The Fault in Our Stars, because I saw that movie last week and it was so great, and all the people cried and all the people laughed, and I didn't really cry because I don't really cry when I watch a movie, but it was just a really great movie, and it was so true to the book, and all the characters were really well done, and I really loved the actors and everything. It was just great. The perfect adaptation, and all the great movies and all the great books, and John Green. So another sci-fi book, another sci-fi trilogy I am hoping to finish this summer is Across the Universe trilogy. So I have second and third book, A Million Suns and Shades of the Earth, and this trilogy is by Beth Travis. It happens on the spaceship at the universe, and there are a lot of things going on, there are a lot of lies, a lot of adventures and strange customs on a ship full of strangers, full of lies. So those books are really great, and I hope that I will love the second and third one as much as I did love the first one. So I'm really looking forward to reading them. Then also I wanted to finish Under the Never Sky trilogy by Veronica Rossi. This is the third book. It is called Into the Steel Blue. And this is not one of my favorite trilogies, but I really enjoyed the first two books, so I'm looking forward to reading the third one. It has some interesting world building and characters, and it is really fun read. Nothing hard, nothing too hard, nothing overwhelming. Just a fun read, and the cover is beautiful. And then I wanted to read some fantasy, because I didn't read fantasy a lot these days, and that is my favorite genre, so I wanted to change that. And I'm bringing these books with me. Those are books by David Eddings. This is the Belgariad, or whatever. I don't know what it's called, what it's pronounced, its name. I think it's pronounced Belgariad, and those are all the 5 books. They're in Serbian. And let me just check how the first one is called in English. It's called Pawn of Prophecy. So this is the first book. Then the second book is, let me just see, Queen of Sorcery. Then I think this is the third book. The third book is Enchantress and Game, this one. The fourth book is Magician's Gambit, so this is the fourth book, and the end of the series is Castle of Wizard. Oh my god, I can't even pronounce it. Castle of Wizardry. Whew, this is the final book. So I started reading the first book, I think 2 years ago, and I really loved it because it has some humor in it, and it was really funny and things like that. So it's just a typical kind of high fantasy where you have a peasant and a village, and then he finds out that he's not really an ordinary boy, and then he starts his journey and things like that. So it just high fantasy, but it was really fun read, and I really like the characters, and I hope that the character development is great because it looked like it would be. So I'm really hoping to read these books this summer, and they're not too big, they're pretty short, so I think I will manage to do that because it's not too big quest for me. So those would be all the books that I'm bringing, and I also have a few books on my Kindle, and on my Kindle I have contemporaries and things like that. So I'm not going to tell you what these books are, but if I like some of them I'm going to make a review and then I'm going to tell you more about them. That would be all for this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I did enjoy filming it, and now I have to put them all back into this bag, and then I'll see you soon.